She just hurt herself saying.
Yeah, you know what? Ciara didn't follow me back. Don't delete that.
That's fucked up.
Oh my God.
I would never do that
On
to
your
you.
personal or on Melrose?
Personal.
I would never do that to you.
Wait, what is your personal?
I'm fucking you.
Wait, what's your personal now? No!
Oh my
The
God,
heck,
that's
everything.
savage. Just no music playing whatsoever.
You.
That is fucking savage. By the way, we're rolling, so I just got off.
That is so mean.
That's awesome.
Amount to you.
It's the to you.
Everything, but I can't pretend
Okay,
that
enough.
I don't see
Enough.
that
Without you, girl. I'll do it again. Oh,
Oh
my
my
God.
goodness.
That's brutal.
oh my God.
And there were times, I don't know if you saw, I would literally take it off just to hear you. Because that's why I asked you, can you hear yourself? Because
That is. Woo! Girl. That is funny.
You still excited to perform?
No. Chris.
that was a great question. So
You
you just
ain't
want,
getting
do you
that
just want to
follow
close
back
out the
now.
show now? Or are you going to open and
Oh,
close?
shit. Whew. You know, my tone, my pitch can be adjusted, okay? Your face cannot. Oh my God. I'm seeking enough embarrassment coming up in my life.
Okay, let me just hear it one more time.
No, save it to your fucking archive.
Okay, yes, save. So I have to delete it from the codependent slip.
Yes, you do.
Come on, man.
but I can't pretend that I don't see that without
You, girl.
Like,
Oh, man.
people are loving this too.
That is hilarious. Tragic.
Okay, this is your last chance for me to keep it up.
Take it down.
Welcome back to another episode of my sheet pan dinner.
To my sheet pan dinners.
Don't be a hater because you are tone deaf now and everyone knows it.
Bitch, I didn't see you attempting to sing anything.
Because
okay?
I don't. Because I can't.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I don't
you
think
say
it's-
you're better than me. You're not.
I'm not. Yeah, but sometimes it's better to know where you can't perform. You know.
No.
All right. Well,
Can't
I'm
relate.
so sorry. I can't delete that. There's a network error. I'll figure it out later. In the meantime, welcome back to another episode of Codependence. I'm so sorry if we lost any listeners from last week's episode after hearing Ciara sing for so many songs.
I had a good ass time.
It made me question if I should even be here, to be honest with you. But here we are.
If you should be here.
Yeah, because like to me, you are ready to go on tour
On
as
tour,
a
correct.
one-woman show.
Yeah.
You're
No,
ready.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely. It's close. I obviously have to like work on my pitch a little bit, but you know, some things can be adjusted. You know, I
For
feel
sure.
like, you can take a little bit of singing lessons, whatever.
But also,
know.
you can just get the mic that you sing into that
Right.
fixes your pitch.
I can be like T-Pain. I can have auto-tune. You know, the good thing is that like face, got it. I can dance, got it. Voice, we just gotta like, Mya, I know you should not open your mouth.
I
talk
haven't
about
said
someone's
a
dancing
damn
skills,
thing. I haven't
okay?
said anything. Not a thing.
All right. Well, sometimes people just gotta like produce.
But can I
the
just
artist.
say, without you, girl, my life would be incomplete.
That was so like
It was smooth.
clear the desk.
Was it
like,
smooth? Yeah, a little bit. You liked it.
oh my
Okay,
God.
so we're back for another episode of Codependence with Ciara.
Oh my God, that was a chaotic start. Sorry, y'all. Whew, there is nothing like hearing yourself sing that will
It's
just
like-
like bring you back to reality. Oh my God.
But remember when we'd be in the car singing and then like the directions would pop up?
We'd
And
be
there's
like-
absolutely nothing more disrespectful than when the direction stops the song so you have to hear yourself sing because you're not ready for it.
Jane is like, take a right. The music shuts off and you're like,
You're like,
I'll like add a tune like, oh, okay, bitch.
Then you have to like try to pull it back if there are other people in the car. Like it's a
Oh,
whole
yeah,
thing.
Yeah. Honestly, you know what? No fucking shame. No shame.
Good, because the video's still out there.
Whatever. No shame. No shame.
That's gonna be
It's
in the
obvious. Like,
compilation
it's not
of.
like it's not like I'm one of those people who are like, I can sing. Like, no, like I can sing.
When it's your birthday next year, I'm gonna make a reel just of your face, but that's going to be the noise. Like that's going to be the sound I use.
Ooh, Jesus.
And the thing is, I have other videos, so that's just the one I chose to post.
Damn, I didn't even. Oh, I had another song too that I should have played you. That's okay. Remember that song? You You gotta be wiser.
No, but is that the
You
song
gotta
you like
be-
to sing,
yeah.
dance to?
You gotta stick
No, it was a little
together.
slower.
No, it's not. It's that one.
It was that one?
Mm-hmm. You gotta be.
I have a
cool,
good
you
video
gotta
of
be-
that.
Yeah, that shit. That's my shit right there. Anyway, how you feeling?
Well, now that you brought up that memory, something that's been on my mind recently is the quickness in which people are able to stop dating us and then get married.
Oh wait, bitch. What are we talking about?
Because the video I have of you dancing to that song, we were with 2 men at that time.
Oh, damn. Damn. You said okay. You took a sharp left. Okay, I'm with it. I'm with
Okay, and
it. Okay. Yeah. They
so like
stopped-
Ciara was dating this dude. Dating is strong,
strong, very strong.
but Ciara was dating a man. Man is strong too. Ciara was dating a boy.
How many times are you gonna rephrase this? Yours? Okay,
A dude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they were casual. It was cool, just a little giggle here and there. This man is now married,
Fully.
like full wedding. Here's the thing: doesn't it take about a year to plan a wedding, at least?
Shit.
And I'm
I don't
talking about
know.
like a full-fledged wedding. I'm not talking about going to the courthouse. I'm talking about like
yeah.
you have guests, you have a
150
dress,
people.
you have someone, an officiant, whatever that is,
Mhm.
an usher, maybe, I don't know, like a wedding band.
Yeah.
All you were able to get all that together in
Mhm.
less than a year since Ciara was in your bed.
Oh, first of all, I feel like this is so rude. Honestly, for the best though. Like
No, we're not worried about him, but I'm genuinely curious how this is happening. You're not the only friend that this has happened to.
Okay, well, you're kind of making me feel like Good Luck Chuck. Okay, like
I don't understand that reference, unfortunately.
Good Luck Chuck.
Yeah.
Good Luck Chuck is like the guy that. So I can't remember if it's like girls date him right after they date him, they get married.
Mm.
I dated
This is a movie or
the movie, yeah.
Okay.
Or it's like, so whenever I date someone, the next person that they're in a relationship
settle with.
they get married.
That's not true for you.
I hope not, but
You are
that
not
doesn't make
good-
me feel great. I
Okay.
did date a guy that was like Good Luck Chuck. He was like literally every girl that I've ever dated after they've dated me has gotten married. And then I dated him, and then shortly after he started dating his now wife. They recently got married like a month or 2 ago.
He passed the curse to you.
Yeah. He
No, but
literally
that's not
fucking
It
did.
has not happened to her.
That you are talking twice.
It wasn't.
Which-
This wasn't meant to be about you, Ciara. I'm sorry that it came off that way. It was really about
How?
Because I'm confused how this individual or any of them are able to get their shit together that much to have a whole wedding. This happened in that friend group twice very quickly.
Okay. Look, I guess his light was on.
What does that mean?
That's Sex in the City.
Oh, you always say that, but I don't remember that episode. Like that one's out of my memory.
They're in the bathroom. Miranda comes out, and he was like, "She's not lucky. His light was just on."
They're in the bathroom. Who's
Mhm.
they? Miranda and
Miranda, Sam, Samantha,
all of them.
all of them. Carrie asked for a tampon. I think Samantha hadn't gotten her period. Like,
What is happening? Is this when Big is with Natasha?
and she thought that like Samantha was going through menopause. Is it around the time that Miranda's mom dies?
I don't know, but I would like to figure this because you do say this to me quite a bit, and I can't remember the scene.
Or was that when like Samantha couldn't get an orgasm for a while? That was after Miranda's mom died. I'll find the episode and I'll send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway,
I
but
don't think that these are. I think that this is like. I think that there's like an epidemic happening where men get scared they hit like 33, 34, and then they're like, I have to get married.
Chris, how old are you?
26.
You're like 26.
You're 26?
How old do you think I was?
Like 28, 29.
Damn.
I was gonna put
You're
him in his
26?
30s.
You're rough for me then.
No, not just like your vibe,
Your vibe is
older.
not 26.
You're 26.
Mhm.
That makes me respect you even more.
Good for
Thank
you,
you.
dude. Do you feel like you like want to settle down anytime soon?
No, not in any
Do you
particular
have a
rush.
significant other?
No.
Do you date?
Yes.
Are you a relationship guy?
Yeah, formerly, yeah. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't need to rush this again.
So you were just in something for a long time,
Not just in, but for a long period of time.
and you're not looking to
What's
put
a
a ring
long
on
period of time?
4 years.
That's
Goddamn,
long.
that's a long period of time.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll give it a little time.
Do you want to get married?
Yeah.
When? Or do you have an idea in your head, like a number in your head where you're like, okay, once I get this age, like I could see settling down?
I think it'll probably be around like 30s, yeah. Early 30s.
Okay. You know what, I feel like I talk about this all the time, but I feel like in New York City, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, men here are like in their prime and they're not even thinking about settling down. Like they think about settling down in their 40s, damn near.
I don't know a lot of men.
Period. End the sentence. End the sentence.
I just don't. I don't. I feel like I can't. I have no skin in this game.
You, bitch, you got a lot of skin in the game. Like, yeah, I think you do.
No, because even though, like, I've been talking to my friends and stuff, and people been, like, making me feel like I'm not doing enough.
Who's making you feel like that?
Like, they're all out, and they all live this life, and then they start talking about numbers and shit, and I'm like...
Numbers? What numbers?
So behind. I feel like I'm behind.
Like body count numbers?
All of it. Just, like, experience. I'm like, I feel like I don't have enough.
Well, just know, if you think you're behind, I'm way behind.
Ciara, I'm not trying to put your business out there, but like you have more experience than me.
No, I don't. I think I could still count on like, I don't know, maybe 3 hands.
I can count on 2.
Oh, really?
And everyone says that.
Oh, interesting.
So I need to start opening my legs for anyone.
Whoa, bitch. That is not even what the fuck. First of all, the way that you just interpreted that, like...
No, because I won't do that. I won't do that. And then I sound like the prude friend that tells people to keep their legs closed. I had a conversation this morning with one of my friends who told me she was going to be celibate for the year. She already fucked somebody. And
you said, close your legs to married men. Close your legs to married men.
I said close your legs, period. I didn't even say married.
Close your legs to married.
She didn't have sex with a married man. I just want to make that clear.
She did or did not?
Did not.
Oh, that was Real Housewives of Atlanta.
No, I get it.
Okay, I was like, hopefully she got that reference.
I got the reference, but I just don't want anyone thinking my friends are fucking married dudes. So I just want to make that clear.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's all. That's the only reason I said that.
No, I get it. Period. Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, but I just feel like, okay, maybe that is the case for you, but you're not behind anything. There's no thing of like being ahead or being behind.
I just don't want to be like sick and on my deathbed being like, damn, I should have like.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking about it now when I'm in.
Yeah, but would you rather like not be with someone or have an interaction that like didn't make you feel?
Much rather be alone.
Yeah, that didn't make you feel great.
Well, this is what I've been talking to this particular person about. Like, I feel like she's getting in positions where she's not feeling like her self-esteem is ending up being affected by these
interactions,
in and out relationships or whatever relationship is strong. Interactions, yeah, because like people come and go, and there's been like she has used the word like I feel like I'm kind of like a sex object or like a sex doll to these people, and I'm like, well, then maybe don't have sex with them. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
to me,
like, it does feel like the answer is kind of simple in that way. But like, that's when I talk about like intention. What is your intention? Because obviously men are going to objectify you. Yeah, they want to fuck, of course. Like we know that. But you can create whatever type of boundary that you want. So if you don't want to feel objectified, so then halt before you get to certain steps. I'm not saying don't have sex at all. I'm not saying be celibate or abstinent or whatever, term you want to go with, like, but be more intentional with your interaction and you find yourself,
Well, sometimes I wonder if I'm too intentional.
I don't think there's
I think there could be some, like, I'm not very spontaneous. I'm pretty planned. I know I have my moments of, like, just going a little cuckoo, but even then it's pretty, like, controlled.
Yeah. Well, it's what are you even looking for? It's what the
I'm actually really not
is.
looking for anything at this rate because no one's going to warm my feet other than me. I've been having to wear multiple socks during the day to keep my feet warm because I just feel like that's what I got to do for myself.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't take care of yourself, then like who will?
Can?
Yeah. But I mean,
I wanted to shout out someone real quick.
This is not the fucking 5 o'clock news, but go ahead.
No, one of our listeners.
This is Not Fox 5.
No, let me just give a quick little shout out to my girl, one of our listeners who made me really laugh in my DMs the other day because she told me it's probably not a good idea for me to be in Boston and going to hibachi. And it's funny because it was like I was thinking about it that morning. I was going to go to hibachi by myself because no one else would go with me.
Okay.
The very place I was going to go to ended up having a shootout
Okay.
that day
Wait, have you seen all the stuff that's happening with like the subway in New York?
in Brooklyn.
Great. Glad that they're all happening in Brooklyn because I honestly haven't stepped up.
That's rude.
That is rude. Sorry.
What?
Crazy.
That-
You know what? You got yours. I got mine.
No,
we're even now.
I
Because
don't
you tried
feel-
to say I was good luck Chuck, and not that I would
First
never
off,
want
how
that
could
to-
I say that if I didn't even know the reference? Don't put that.
Well,
in-
basically.
Well, I
So
can't
she
find
said
her.
there was, like-
she was like, "Listen, bitch. Basically, it's not the time for you to be going to hibachi. You need to stay your ass at home
Yeah.
and make some home hibachi because people get shot up.
Hamachi? Oh. Well, that's a whole different thing. Hamachi.
But
Hombachi.
homachi,
Hombachi.
because hamachi is a thing, but it
Yeah.
could be homachi. Hombachi.
Hombachi. Yeah, that's, yeah.
Perfect. Should we start a business where
Corn.
people?
No,
are
there is
coming-
that. No, and my friends
Oh,
did that
yeah.
in the Hamptons for one
Everyone
of my
does
friends'
that in the
birthday. Like they
Hamptons.
have like they bring their whole grill and everything. They do like homemade hibachi and just
That's easy. We could do that. You could be the drink. You could pour the drinks, and I'll be like the chef.
like we're the people.
Correct.
You know I like to be served.
Yeah, but we're thinking about money. You have to think
Oh.
about the money aspect. You can't be
I
served at
can't
all
make
times.
a drink to serve my life.
I can teach you. That's a teachable.
This summer I was like very much on my drink making skills. Like I was trying to make like dirty martinis. I tried to make this like mango. Paige has. Oh, I wonder where the footage to this. I tried to like record myself making like this mango
I'd pay to see this.
margarita thing. And like it was so many fucking steps. Jalapeno, like
Oh, spicy mango margarita.
Yeah.
Blended?
with like it wasn't blend. Well, I shook it. You like muddle it and then shake it, and then when it came down for me to strain it, literally nothing came out. So like we did all the steps, whatever. We're pouring it in the glass. I was like, okay,
It was
Paige.
like drops.
I was like, get your phone out. Like, let's record the final step. She's like, yeah, got it. She's like taking her job very seriously. I'm taking my job seriously. We go to pour. Nothing comes out. And we just break out into just like a silent laughter because it took us 45 minutes to get to this final
there was no-
step. And there was nothing.
Why was there no liquid?
Because the mango was so stringy that like
you put fresh mango in, and you just
Yeah.
and you muddled the fresh mango.
bitch, it said it on the video, the Instagram video.
I'm just asking a question.
No, you're right. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. But like it looks so much more straightforward on the Instagram video, and it was just not what the fuck I thought it was gonna be. So then Amanda takes it out and she puts it through this like little strainer. And she goes, no, you're so close. Praise her because she's so fucking optimistic
And patient.
and patient. I was like, honestly, I've been here too long. I quit. And she put it through the strainer.
Did you drink it?
No.
Okay.
Gabby drank. She drank it. Gabby drank it, and she said it was good. But I didn't make another one because they were like, make everyone one, and I was like,
Wait, you only measured for one?
maybe two, but really I only got one out of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, that's the end of my drink making skills. Drink making skills.
Oh my God, this just gets worse and worse.
This is why I can't talk for too long because
What's the reason?
my words all become muddled.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you know, I moved to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I say Brooklyn with like a negative undertone every time.
Mm-hmm. You do.
I'm working on that.
Well, now that we were just talking about Brooklyn and the fact that like the subway system
Is it time to move?
It seems to be less than negative.
Here's the thing, though. This is not about Brooklyn. I'm thinking about moving even further out the city and just being like close enough.
Boston?
No. Like still close to New York, but maybe not in New York City. I'm now spoiled because I have my terrace. And so therefore there's no apartment
Now you
that's
want more
going to
space.
be there's no apartment that's going to have a terrace like that I can probably want to pay for.
Mhm.
So I either need to stay
Mm-hmm.
or I need more space. Because now I feel very spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's like nothing in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not a Zara in Brooklyn.
Zara.
There's not one Zara.
Okay.
There's one Kava.
Okay.
That could be a lie, but this is what I know.
So
of.
where would you go? You
To-
signed a 1 year?
I signed a 1 year. The only thing is, if I extend, then I get the same special I got my first year. So I would get months free off. Like I would still get free rent if I extend for another year. And that in itself is a perk because why would
Right.
I spend money if I don't have to?
So you want to move because you want more space. You would move because you want more space.
Well, here's the thing.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know if I want to stay in Brooklyn, but I don't really know if I want to come back to Manhattan either. Like, am I going to be happy in Manhattan? Because now I come and I'm like, I can't believe I lived here.
I feel like you're like inching your way out of New York. Is really what you're doing.
But to go where? I'm not going to
Yeah, bitch. Fuck if I know.
I don't feel like that because I love New York City and I feel like it's the city I want to live in, ish. I'm confused.
Yeah, you sound like it.
I'm just confused. And like my lease is up in a few months.
Right.
Like it doesn't
That year comes around fast.
it
doesn't
doesn't even feel like I lived there. I've lived here. I think I moved in May.
The thing about moving in New York is that it's literally like 20 grand. Like every time you get up and move, I feel like.
Yeah, moving is expensive. I'm not interested in the cost of moving.
Yeah. Like first, last, what is it?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about all that. Because I
First,
feel like to move in, I just drop like 30 grand.
moving trucks.
First, last,
Moving
moving people,
Mm-hmm.
and then like
Incidentals.
incidentals. Also, like just getting set up, Wi-Fi, electric, all
Mhm.
that shit.
I'm getting ready to redo my apartment.
How?
How?
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of furniture.
You're
And
gonna
I'm
get
getting-
rid of the table?
I'm gonna get new furniture.
Oh,
The dining room table.
Yeah.
Getting rid of that.
I don't want you to get rid of
I
that.
hate that table. It's
But are you gonna get a different table?
mm-hmm.
Oh, but you don't. I thought you were just gonna get rid of it because you don't use it.
No. I'm gonna get like a circular table instead, kind of like this. Probably not wood, but like you get the idea. And then new nightstands, TV stuff. I'm thinking about a couch, coffee table, and then we're gonna wallpaper a few walls, and maybe I'll get rid of my bar stools and get some new ones. Because I've had all this furniture
When is
for
this all
over
gonna
like 5
happen?
years. Throughout the year. It's gonna be an ongoing thing. Because I signed for 2 years.
Which starts when? Is there?
I would already started. So maybe now I have like a year and a half. But either way. No, I have more than a year and a half.
I just built this whole
July.
like breakfast nook situation. I guess it's just a dining nook, which is like really has added a lot of like usable square footage to my apartment. My apartment feels a lot larger now,
Yeah.
and I do like that. But I'm still not like. Maybe you need to come.
I can help you.
Yeah,
I
can you-
kind of, is this crazy? I think not that I would never act on it, but I kind of think I want a roommate.
I actually was thinking about wanting a roommate the other day, and I thought I was losing my mind.
I just feel like maybe if I had a roommate, it would force me to do shit that I don't want to do.
Yeah, but it has to
it
be
would
the
force
very
me-
right roommate.
It would force me to have some type of interaction with someone and like not, like I wouldn't stay in my apartment for 4 consecutive days if I had a roommate.
Listen, I've been staying at home. I'm going back to Boston. Like, I'm not staying in New York that long. And it's really just because I feel like I have 2 roommates in the house, and it's really nice to not cook for one person.
Yeah.
Like, I get to cook every night or every day, and people actually eat the food. And then I get to cook something new tomorrow. And on top
Yeah.
of it, they do all the cleaning after I cook. Like that.
Yeah, your parents are amazing.
Yeah, but I feel this is why it doesn't just to me, my next roommate is going to be a man that I am in love with because
Wait. Oh my God. Are you manifesting love for 2024?
honestly, no, I'm not.
Okay, but like you're talking about moving and you're saying that
The next man I live with, or the
Mhm.
next person I live with, I imagine will be a man that I am in love with. Yes. I don't know who that could be,
Okay.
but that's how I see it because I'm not gonna what other person would I ever live with? The only possibility, and you know this, like last year I was looking at,
Your sister.
yeah, that would be a bad idea.
Lexi, I love you, but
Bad idea.
run. Have you, okay, so I know you might not be. Oh my God, my angel numbers are like popping off.
What the fuck is that?
Angel numbers?
What is an angel number?
Oh, I was like, are you upset?
Do you know?
Angel numbers, it's when you see the same numbers, like 222, 333,
And
4
your
4 4,
angel is 5.
5555. Well, like today, I caught 1111. I caught.
How do you choose which numbers are your angels?
No,
Was that
it's just like when you see like numbers, like that's a sign. Like when they're all the
Okay,
same
well
numbers.
today when I looked
Except
at the GPS
666. I don't agree with that.
at the
But
GPS,
it can't
I
be
had
666 now that I think about it. Because the clock doesn't go to 66.
Should we just quit while we're ahead?
Oh my God, that was stupid. What?
I saw 333. I had 3 hours
Yeah.
and 33 minutes left in my drive today. So what's that mean?
Yeah, those are like your angel numbers.
So what's gonna happen?
I mean, I don't know for you, but I'm thinking for me, I'm taking it as a sign from my angels above. I feel like they're like,
Is this some Costa Rica shit?
no, they're like, no. Even
Okay.
Tiffany, Spirit Tiff was talking about angel numbers and stuff too, but like there's like it's a sign from your loved ones.
Oh.
And I feel like, yeah, like it's a sign from my loved ones.
Mm.
But I was gonna, okay, I changed
Go
the
ahead.
subject. But I was gonna ask, like, what are you manifesting for 2024? Like, if you think the next person that you live with is going to be,
I can't see
a
myself
man.
falling in love in 2024 because I can't even imagine who that would be.
are you
with.
gonna move in 2024?
No, I think I'm gonna stay put.
Okay.
I envision like really setting up my space, but I'm not like looking for love.
Do you know what a co-star is?
The like
The app?
yes.
Do you have it?
I have had it before.
Do you look at it?
I haven't looked at it recently. you
Not that I
sucker.
love the stars, but just because like recently, I think it's like it's comforting. So you don't have
I
it
still
anymore.
get an email every week with my horoscope from CoStar. I don't have it on my. Okay, actually, like I just re-downloaded CoStar recently because I was on a date and the guy asked me all about my CoStar and I thought that was fucking weird, but whatever.
The guy asked you about your
yes,
co-star?
and he knew like so much about the stars, and I think he's an Aries. I don't remember what he is, but he was like, we aren't meant to get along type of thing. But then also he really believes in like signs and shit, and we have a lot of like things in common, friends in common, people in common. So he was basically like, despite the stars, we have like so many signs. Like,
Yeah.
aren't you freaked out at how like crazy this is?
Yeah.
That was his like follow-up text in the morning.
I mean, I won't relate everything to the stars, but okay, just wondering. I mean, that was exciting to hear, like, the next person that you're going to live with, you know? But,
I don't know. I think there is value in I feel like I'm changing my mentality about roommates. I think that there is some value in it.
yeah.
I see why people have them.
I see why
Um,
they have them. I don't
think
think
if
you
you
can have
have-
them long. I don't agree with them long term, but
There are a lot of issues that come with roommates though, and that's the thing that like you'd have to really like who could you possibly live with that would work?
why are you saying it like that?
Because you are particular too, and like you like your things a certain way, and you also like you would then have to keep your space, your shared space, probably tidier than you would want at all times, or maybe like intend to, like
Mhm.
because sometimes it just gets away from you, and then you're like, oh, I have someone else that I have to think about.
Right.
You don't always want that,
No, yeah.
and
Majority
like
of the
when
time I
you're
don't.
crying. So you are like sometimes you're like a very like private sad person.
Yeah, I am.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I am.
And like when you need that time, it's like palpable in the room. Like you can taste it in the room when you're going through something, and like
Oh my God. Really?
yes. And you have to, and then the person has to figure out how to manage it. Like, do I talk to her or should I just leave her alone for a minute?
Okay, wow. Let's unpack that a little.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying like when I'm going through something and I walk into a room, like you feel it immediately.
Yes.
Do you think and other people feel it?
People that are very close to, I can like there's a particular moment that comes to mind that I remember looking at Paige, and Paige knew and I knew, and we both like fucking knew instantly when you walked into a room. I'm not like whatever. We don't got to get into the details of it, but like,
Wait, can you tell me though?
I'll tell you offline.
You can tell me online. I don't.
Is when your grandma died.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Like you never told me she died. I just
Yeah.
knew. And I looked at Paige and she looked at me, and I think we texted even. We were like, she must have died. Like we both knew like
Dude, that's so
immediately.
crazy.
And then I think we hugged you in silence. We didn't say anything.
Yeah, you guys didn't say anything. You just came out of the room. I remember because I was like EJ from production was like talking to me for a second. He was like giving me a hug. And then you guys opened the door out from our bedroom and immediately just like, don't say anything, just hug me.
We knew. Like,
Yeah.
it just like, it literally, it's like you can taste it. It's palpable.
Yeah.
You can always tell
Mm-hmm.
when you're like when you
My
you
attention,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, like you can just tell.
Yeah.
And that I think would
So
be hard for
crazy.
someone that doesn't know you well
Yeah.
to come into that environment because they
Mhm.
could take it personally.
Yeah.
Not that that's, I mean, they got to get over themselves, but like that could happen.
Yeah. That's a mic drop, Maya.
It's very obvious with you. You can always tell you have no poker face.
I wonder what that is. That's crazy. And that is like a moment that does stick out to me where I like really was trying to like fake it, really tried to fake it. And I think I lasted a day. Yeah, I lasted like a day. Because remember when we took the dogs to that place in the Hamptons?
When we were with Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because you got that call.
I don't even think it was that. It was, or maybe it was. I don't remember, but I remember giving Clove and Buka would
mayo.
not eat their food, so I put mayo in their food, and
Mhm.
they loved it. And then literally as we're getting in the car, I like got the text that she had left, and
Ye-
I like,
Yeah. Well, I remember when Oliver dropped us off that day, I was like, Sierra's grandma died. And he was like, no, she didn't. She didn't say anything. I was like, yes, she did. And
really?
yeah, I knew.
God damn, Maya, that's crazy.
Well, what was I going to do? Start talking to you about your grandma while you're
Mhm.
walking into film? Like, no, I
Mhm.
was like, let me just leave her alone. She's in the back seat rubbing dogs. She's fine.
Damn.
Oh, she wants to hold my hand, I can tell.
Hold that hand. Hold that hand.
You're so weird. All right, bitch. Okay, maybe you do know me. Well, okay. Well, for you, in terms of you having a roommate,
Mhm.
I don't think so. Like, just stay at your parents if you could, you know?
I just don't think that anyone is going to be like, there's one thing to deal with your own filth. It's another thing to deal with someone else's.
Yeah.
And I don't want someone's like toothpaste in the sink or.
Well, you can't share a bathroom. Like, you have to
Have
get
you
a
ever had
two-bedroom.
a roommate in your adult life?
No, my mom.
Yeah. See, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was. And that
It's funny
was
because my mom was just
awful.
yesterday asking me questions about like what did you used to do when you lived with Kwame and and I was like, when? Like I can't even remember living with him. I know that we had separate bathrooms,
Mhm.
but we lived together for like 5 years, 6 years. We moved in after
Wow.
6 months,
That's nutty.
and we were great roommates
That's nutty.
once we got 2 bathrooms.
Yeah. Me and my mom, we had separate bathrooms, and she paid all the bills, which I thought was like a great arrangement.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I did have to pay for my car insurance and car note. That was annoying. But she wasn't a good cook. She's a good cook, but she didn't cook much. So
I just
had to
set up
fend
this
for
arrangement
myself.
with my sister. So like since I cook so much, she's gonna start paying me every week for like 2 to 3 meals that I already have.
oh, that's a great arrangement.
And I
I
feel
would actually love a meal prepper.
you let me know. Seriously, because I actually started prepping for a family and I'm really loving it.
Really?
Mhm.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Like a week's worth of meals or
Mhm.
something? Okay.
And I've been dropping them off on Mondays.
Oh my God. Maya.
Yeah, and like we got all the containers together. They're great, nice little glass containers. I have it all set up and then I just put it in a courier, send it to the city.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
actually
would
love doing that.
I would
you
love
let me know.
to do that. Okay, well, we'll talk about that. We'll go offline. Okay. Gypsy Rose Blanchard got out of jail.
But I'm like deeply confused as to why she has so many fucking followers on Instagram. Like, why are we
She's so famous.
Why?
Okay, here are the comments that I'm seeing, because some people are like, oh my gosh, good for her. And some people are saying, like, are we glorifying a murderer?
So listen, I obviously see her as not obviously, I do see her as a victim. I think that she had a really horrible childhood. I think that the things that her mom was doing to her are just disgusting. I feel like it's really a terrible way to live.
I feel like she went from one jail to another.
Correct. But did you see, like, she said the minute she got into jail, she was like, I'm finally free. Like, she looked at jail as freedom, which that in itself is very sad to think about. I don't know if the woman had to die. Like, I feel like there were opportunities. Well, what the fuck do I know? But like, it seems like there would be opportunities, especially since she was seen by so many medical professionals, to have a moment, or you would hope that there was a moment where she was alone, that she could be like, something is wrong. And all the doctors were starting to notice something was wrong. Like, people were aware that things were not adding up. Right. She was taking her to all these different doctors to, like, basically avoid this, like, paper trail of history. And I'm just like, this woman was sick. She also needed help.
Yeah, that's why the MAR, the electronic MAR, is great. Medical record keeping.
But they didn't have all of that, and she blamed Katrina a lot of the time, the hurricane, for the reason that they didn't have all the records.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, with the advancement of like healthcare and technology in healthcare, and having an electronic medical record, you can typically
track those things a little bit better.
Yeah, but I will say, even if she was alone with a healthcare provider or something, she was brainwashed.
Completely.
Like, she didn't have the autonomy to be able to speak up for herself, or even really identify if something was actually wrong, or if, sure, she could probably, suspect that something strange is going on, but she was also living in fear.
And also, how I don't even know how she would be good about, like, identifying what is actually even wrong.
She's a kid, and this is all she's known her entire life.
But then it seems like when she did get access to the internet, and started having a little bit more freedoms, like that, those were quickly taken from her, because it was almost like she was getting she was gaining too much information. I don't know. I feel bad for her. I don't really need to follow her on Instagram. I don't need to know what she's doing every day. Like, I don't need to be influenced by anything she's buying or doing. I think her story is very sad. But then it's like, I think it was Nancy Grace that was like, okay, well, Gypsy Rose Blanchard's the only person that has Munchausen's by proxy, that suffered of Munchausen's by proxy, that's actually killed someone. Like, to kill someone as a result of this is not the norm.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said for that too. Granted, she didn't do the killing. I get it. Her boyfriend at the time that did do the killing is in prison for life, as far as I know. But I don't even know do you know how long Gypsy was in prison?
No, actually I don't.
Because it just feels like, I don't. It just
like,
feels weird.
It's a weird case, because it's like, what's the right answer to this? Because she was being like tortured by her parents and abused. And I'm not saying like,
well, by her mom, because her dad,
her dad wasn't around. And also I was watching one documentary. Oh my God. I was watching this one series on her, and they were interviewing the grandfather, because Gypsy Rose had said that her grandfather was sexually assaulting her. Or sexually abusing her.
I don't think I knew that.
And I feel like I was so creeped out in this moment, because it was so clear to me that the grandfather was sexually abusing her or touching her or whatever inappropriately. And when the interviewer was asking the grandfather, like, she states that she was touched inappropriately by you. Do you have any recollection of this? Or like, and he was like, no. Pauses and goes, she tried to touch me a lot as a child, and I would have to tell her no. And it was so,
you have to send me that documentary.
Fucking disturbing, because
wait.
And he was like, I would have to tell her no, like, that's not right. Like, and it was like, whoa, wait a minute. Did you just blame this on a young girl. Like,
There is a new documentary on HBO
Mhm.
about it's a granddaughter making the documentary about her grandfather who has a known history of sexually abusing young women.
yeah.
Like underage women. He was a chiropractor and he would use that business as a way to
Mm-hmm.
touch these girls. And I mean, I think he was full on molesting, having sex with them. But he was also doing it in his own home. So like with his children and then his grandchildren.
Right.
But she goes into his nursing home and she interviews him with the mom who he has touched. And the mom is like well aware of what he's been up to. And they'll be like, can you
Not
talk?
his wife, but the grandchild's mother.
His
so his
correct,
daughter.
His daughter.
Okay.
And they're there talking and they'll be like, do you remember this little girl? Do you remember touching? And he was like, yes. Like I've never seen someone accused of doing that be so upfront about it. He's like, yes. And those girls loved it. They loved it. Oh my God.
He said that?
He would say the little girls loved it. Like she was having a lot of fun with it. He would get into details about like,
Oh my God.
how they were enjoying it. And I was like, I watched this maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago and I was shook. Like I've never seen someone so okay with doing something so bad. And he was like on his last leg. He knew he was dying. There was no way he was going to go to jail or anything like that point. They did help some of his victims be able to like say statements to him, whether in like a video, like never face to face or like a voice note or something of the sort. But he was so open about it.
That is disgusting.
I'm trying to find it's one of the wildest documentaries I've seen in a long time because
What documentary was this?
Great Photo Lovely Life is what it's called. Great Photo Lovely Life.
That just creeps me the
She's
fuck
a
out.
photojournalist. It's really, really interesting. It's only like an hour and a half,
Yeah.
so it's like a quick watch, but he is so upfront about it. And then like it also confronts the fact that his daughter, so the grandchild's mom, would leave her children
With him?
with him. And like she seemed to be struggling as like a single mother type of thing. But one of the daughters in particular, the granddaughter that made the documentary, it seems like she never had any, like she
Yeah.
didn't have any dealings with the grandfather, but her sister did. And her sister has like so much hatred towards the mom. Like, how could you leave me with this man knowing? And she was
Yeah.
always saying like, I left you with your grandmother. She knew also, but like I knew she would protect you, but she didn't. And he did touch her. Like he did.
Oh, that is
You
disgusting.
have to watch. You actually should watch it. It's just like a very interesting depiction of how sick he is because he's just so he thinks it's okay. There's no remorse. He's like, they loved it. They enjoyed it.
That's
She
disgusting.
couldn't get enough. Things
That's
like that.
disgusting. I'm sorry. I can't.
I watched it with my mouth open. I was like, what the fuck am I
can't
seeing?
tap into that mentality where there's a possibility that someone is like quote unquote enjoying this act.
Fondling children.
Yeah, like that's
Mhm.
disgusting. And I think the common theme with like the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case is that like should there be an exception to the rule in our judicial system for, special cases? Obviously killing people is wrong,
Mhm.
but like how do you go about getting out of it? Like did she actually feel like that was her only choice out of it? And
I think she did, but I also think the mom, Dee, wouldn't be dead if
Right.
Gypsy didn't. That's the thing. To me, Gypsy is aware of some level of
because
the manipulation she was
Right.
under for her to want her mom dead or
Right.
for her to want to get from under her mom. And God only knows what she was telling the boyfriend.
Right. And because also she was also still being treated for these made up whatever.
I mean, she had a feeding tube.
She had a feeding tube, for heaven's sakes. That's no small thing.
Yeah.
That's no small thing. And she was like, so it's hard to, I don't know. I kind of see it from her perspective where you're actually being treated for all these things. No one's alerting the red flag. No one's talking to like,
Mhm.
and I do feel like there are so many like checkpoints within the healthcare system, maybe now, I don't know back then, where,
Something
someone would have
should've-
said
yeah.
something, that something should have been evaluated to a certain point where we're like, okay, wait, this might be too aggressive.
Mhm.
Like, and she probably didn't feel like she was safe in that healthcare space to even say something or that anybody would save her, essentially. So it's weird, but it's interesting. I guess she gets a second chance.
I mean, 10 years in prison
Yeah.
is a long time.
Yeah.
Let's just hope she's getting all like the mental health
Yeah.
care that she needs to feel stable.
I can't imagine. I don't know.
Okay, go home tonight and hug kids. Hug your moms. Dads.
Dogs, cats. Okay, y'all. See you next week.
I can't hug a dog tonight.
Ugh, Maya, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna see tomorrow.